Hey friends, how are you today? I miss you guys so much. I'm really excited because today we are going to do an art project that is inspired by a book. Those are some of my favorite kinds of art projects. Today we're going to make this crazy cat. And before we make the cat, I want to read you the book so you can see where our inspiration came from. So the book that we're going to read is called Whose Ears? So we have to lift the flap and guess whose ears are hiding, okay? Whose ears? Whose ears? I wonder whose ears are hiding behind there. Do you have a guess? Let's see. Rabbit's ears. Whose ears? Oh, I wonder whose ears those are. Take a guess. Ready? Dog's ears. No, I never would have guessed that. Whose ears? Do you think you might know whose ears those are? Monkey's ears. Look how cute he is, this little belly button. Whose ears? I wonder whose ears these are. Cat's ears. And now you know where I got the inspiration for our project today. Whose ears? Who has antlers like that? Reindeer's ears. Whose ears? I wonder who has two horns like that and two little ears like that. Cow's ears. Okay, so one of the reasons that I picked the cat from this book to do our art project is because you can see a lot of shapes if you look carefully at this cat. And if you break it into shapes, then it's a lot easier to draw. So let's see what shapes we can find in our cat. Look at our cat's body. What shape will we draw to make the cat's body? That's right, a rectangle. 2 long sides and 2 short sides. What shape will we use to make the cat's head? I think we'll make a square for the cat's head. The cat's head is going to be a square. Squares have 4 sides that are all the same. How about the cat's ears? What shape would you make the cat's ears? Yeah, of course, those are triangles. Now let's look at the cat's leg. If I cover up his feet, what shape would you use to make his legs? That's right, you would use rectangles. And then his little feet are sort of like an oval, but one side is straight. So let's use that, all that we talked about with these shapes, to help us make our cat. Okay, now sometimes in school we use a piece of scrap paper, or we'll use our dry erase board for the first time we draw our cat. So if you have, or our animal, or whatever we're drawing. So if you have a dry erase board, you might want to follow along on your dry erase board. If you just have a piece of scrap paper, you might want to follow along with your scrap paper. Or if you just want to draw your cat and color the very first cat you draw, that is absolutely okay. All right, so to get ready to draw, you'll just need a pencil or a crayon. Now, we have to make sure that we leave room on the side of our paper for our tail. And we need to leave room at the bottom for our feet. So I'm going to have you put your hand on your paper. I know your hand's a little bit smaller than mine, so you might scooch it over just a little bit. And then have just your pointer finger showing. Move your pointer finger down not quite halfway and put a dot. So you can kind of see where my dot is. It's not halfway, but it's almost halfway. Okay? All right, we're going to use that dot as the starting point for our rectangle for the body. And we know that a rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So go ahead and make a rectangle. Just do the best you can. Okay? All right, now for the cat's head, we're going to make a square. So we know that squares have all 4 sides that are the same. And we know that our cat's head is going to go on this side because we left space for the tail over here. So let's draw a square on top of that rectangle. Okay, so now we have our cat's head. We have a rectangle and we have a square. What shape are the cat's ears? Well, you know that the cat's ears are triangles. All right, so now we have our cat's body and our cat's head done. So let's get down to the legs. We talked about the legs as being rectangles. Okay, so I need some feet at the end of my leg, so I'm going to do a curved line like I'm getting ready to make an oval, and then I'm going to close it. So I have a leg and a foot. All right, now I want to make the second leg. Okay, and I think I'm going to make that second leg pointing this way, so I'm going to act like I'm making an oval up, and then I'm going to stop and draw a straight line to close it up. So now I have 2 legs on my cat. We know that cats have 4 legs, so how many more legs do I need to draw? That's right, I need to draw 2 more legs. So I'm going to leave a little space there, and I'm going to draw the 3rd leg, and I'm going to make the 3rd leg facing this way. So I'm going to draw my oval, and then, I'm going to stop and make a straight line. And then I'm ready to draw the last leg on my cat. So I'll draw an oval and then stop. All right, so now the basic body of our cat is already finished. So let's talk about the different things that you can do to make your cat your own. Okay, so the first thing we can change on our cat is the way that our cat's tail goes. Okay, so if you want your cat's tail to curl down and around like this, you'll start at our dot that we made, and you'll make a curved line going down like that, and then you'll just need to sort of make a little loop there and trace it back up just like that. So that's cat's tail is going down. If you want your cat to have a tail that curls up like this, start at the dot, okay, and you'll make your curl up, okay, but this time we want to go on the outside of our curl, okay, so we're going to flip it around to the outside, almost like a C there, and trace along and close it up. Okay, so you decide if you want your cat's tail to go up, or if you want your cat's tail to go down. Okay, I think I am going to have my cat's tail, here's the one we were working on, I'm going to have my cat's tail go up. Okay, and then I need to curl it back around and trace it around on the outside. Ooh, I have a really fat cat tail, and that is a-okay. All right, so now you've decided on your cat's tail. Let's talk about your cat's face, okay? Let me get another piece of scrap paper here. Well, I'll just use this piece right here. So for your cat's eyes, you could just do some colored in ovals like that, and you can add some eyebrows if you want, whatever. You could do, if you want your cat looking somewhere, you can make a rainbow line, close it, make another rainbow line and close it. So you have those. And then you can color in some eyeballs like this. And that way your cat's looking over this direction. If you want your cat looking this direction, you would do the same thing, but put your eyeballs over here. And if you want your cat to have crazy eyes, you could put one eyeball here and one eyeball there. That's totally up to you. Maybe you want to make a grumpy cat. So if you want to make a grumpy cat, you're going to start with a straight line. You're going to do a smile line, and then you're going to make your grumpy line, your eyeball right in the middle there. Or you can make it looking off to the side, whatever you want, okay? And he can have grumpy eyebrows, okay? Or maybe you want to make a sleepy cat. So a sleepy cat's just a smile line. And don't forget the eyelashes, okay? All right, so I'm going to make, a fairly happy cat. And I am going to put some eyebrows on my cat. All right, now we're ready for a nose. So let's talk about the different noses you can make. So a kitty's nose is basically an upside down triangle, okay? You'll color it in, and then you'll do a J coming out, and then a backwards J, and then you can add your whisker lines, and sometimes they have these little dots here, so you can add those in too, okay? Sometimes people like to make a cute little heart for a nose, so you could do that. And color it in any color you want, of course. Make your J and your backwards J and your whiskers. Now, if you made a grumpy cat is going to have a grumpy mouth. So a grumpy cat would be an upside down triangle, but he is not going to be smiling. He is going to be grumpy. So you would have to make him a grumpy mouth. Okay, so I think I'm just going to make a regular cat nose, an upside down triangle. I'm going to give him some dots and some nice long whiskers. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, look at our cat. Our cat is standing on nothing. So we need to give our cat something to stand on. We need some ground here. Right now it just looks like he's floating around. Okay. So I'm going to take my pencil and go up about 3 fingers. You can go up 2 or 3 fingers or 4, whatever. And I'm going to draw a line, but I'm going to stop when I get to his leg, hop over his leg, continue the line, stop when I get to his leg, hop over the leg, continue, hop, continue, and go to the edge of my paper. And now it looks like he's standing on something. Okay? All right, so now comes the fun part. If you drew this on scratch paper or your dry erase board, you can stop the video now and draw your cat on your final paper. You can rewatch the video directions if you need to, but my guess is you're just going to be able to do it all by yourself without rewatching it. If you want, you can kind of soften these edges a little bit, okay, if you want to, like this. But you, of course, do not have to. I don't know if I did on mine, maybe a little bit. Let me get mine over here. Yeah, I softened my edges a little bit. I just drew like a curved line there and a curved line there. You can if you want, but you definitely don't have to. All right, so let's talk about how to color our kitty. Once you have your cat drawn and you've got his face and you have the bottom, you are ready to color. All right, so options for coloring. Anything you want is what you can do. This cat I did, of course, you want to think about how you want your designs in your cat. So this cat has spots. This cat is sort of like a calico. It's like just random lines. You could do stripes. You could do whatever you want. Okay, you can color your cat or you can paint your cat, whatever you want. Now, I did color the background. The bottom one color and then the top another, and for this one I just used crayon because I wanted my cat to stand out. If I would have used something really dark here, my cat would not have stood out as much. So I just lightly colored with crayon, and then I took my crayon and then I just did some swirls in there just to add a little bit of interest. And then I decided I wanted a frame, so I just cut little strips of construction paper and did a frame. For this one is all crayon. And I just cut little pieces of construction paper and I made a pattern. So you could do that too. Maybe you don't want to frame at all. That's absolutely fine. Then I got a little crazy and I decided that it might be kind of fun if my cat had some accessories. So I made a little crown. If you want to do that, you can make a little crown and you can glue it on or not glue it on. And then I decided my cat might need sunglasses, so I made some little sunglasses. Maybe you want to draw your sunglasses right on, or maybe you want to make little extra ones like I did. Totally up to you. You could go crazy and make little shoes for your cat. You could give your cat a little mouse to play with. Anything you want, okay? Remember, this is your art, and it's finished when you are happy with it. All right, friends, I'm so excited that we got to do this project together. Send me pictures of what you did. I can't wait to see what your cats look like because I know they're going to be so creative and fun to look at. Bye, friends.